Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore. We are back here for chapter 2 of Chevalier's Route, since we last left off on just starting his character route. So nothing much happened. We just got into the start of things, but we basically just kind of peek at what our relationship is like officially with Chevalier from the last time we kind of ended off from the first game. So where he's um, he's now the he's like the palace doctor essentially. So he's our father has appointed him as like the royal physician. So he's now kind of like living in house in the palace with us, and we're having nightmares. As you can see, we are haunted by our mother as per usual. She's just telling us that we're a shitty daughter and that we'll never live up to her, and blah 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 blah. You know, the usual, the usual. So there's that. We go into town to visit the Marchand again, and of course we see what most of the people, or at least a few that we ran into, what they think about our relationship with Chevalier, and that kind of is the setup for the main storyline of what's gonna happen. So people are saying like the same shit that Hildyr is saying, except it's on him. It's about Chevalier, how he's like too old for us. He's like he's like too quirky. I don't know. Like he's just like kind of like all over the place. The people think that he's not a good fit for us. Essentially, like what do we see in him? Why are we with him? Sort of thing. So yeah, we're very upset. We're about to fight those ladies, but we held back because we let it go because he was standing there, because our mans are standing there. But you know what? If that was me, I would have had something to say, but because Chevalier didn't want to make a huge scene, we kind of left it alone. So that's kind of like the feel of it is. And then the reason we came to the Marchand was because we had business to speak with, oh my god, what's her name? Anita, or the girl who runs the Marchand. Like she's the one who likes to bake, and it's like Chevalier is seeing her because he is in the process of handing off his clinic to her, the ownership of the clinic to her. So they're doing the paperwork for that. We meet up with oh my god, oh my god, I'm forgetting names now. This is how long it's been since I've last touched this game for real. But we spoke with the rest of the other witches in terms of the crystallum, I guess. Like we're having issues, I guess. I think we spoke with Cinnamon as well too, or Sinna. Cinnamon, I call him Cinnamon. Sinna. We talked to Sinna as well. Parfait, I remember Parfait. Delora, that's her name. Jesus, I was like Delina, Delora. We talked to Delora as well. I can't remember the full conversation of it, but yeah, that's that. So now we are here, chapter 2. I'm assuming we are having another nightmare because our mother is here. She is again just trying to tell us that we're a shitty daughter. But what's new? So yeah, let's go. Let's continue on and see what will happen in this chapter. So Hildyr, you will fail, dearest heart, because you do not know what it means to be a witch. Oh, what does it mean to be a witch, mother? Tell me. We feed off negativity and chaos. Love serves us no power. You will see that in time. Oh. So she's just like, you're weak. Oh, it's in the middle of the day. We're just having this. Ugh. Must you haunt me even in the day, mother? Oh my god, we're having daymares. No longer nightmares, but daymares. So as well too of our mother. Jesus. I stifle a groan. Every time I close my eyes, I see mother smirking at me, taunting me and telling me that I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I pull my hand away from my face and survey the councilmen gathered around the table. All of them are focused on father. Oh yeah, of course Jurian would notice. She's like our personal guard. Garland as well too. He's just like, oh. Except for Jurian and Garland, who are looking at me worriedly. I turn away with a grimace. I cannot let on that I am barely able to keep my eyes open. I hardly slept last night. If Chevalier hadn't left with the marchand before I woke up, he would have noticed something was amiss. I need a melatonin or something, just to knock me out. I turn to my father, who has been discussing the possibility of increased taxes for over an hour. Increased taxes? No, not the taxes. While I am aware that the increase could benefit palace personnel, I will not raise them unless absolutely necessary. Ah, yes, good man, good man. Yes, good man, good on you. Do not raise taxes needlessly. One councilman raises his hand to voice his discontent. He insists that the increase in taxes would help the knights. Jurian scowls. Are they not getting paid enough? Are they not well paid enough already? Like, hello? I would hope they are. Rest assured, His Majesty amply compensates us for our duties. Yes. Yes, my point exactly. I wouldn't imagine otherwise. The councilman looks disgruntled by Jurian's rebuttal. Clearly, he was not expecting the commander of the Order of the Caldera to argue against increased funding. The conversation makes its way around the table until it is my turn to speak. I am not afraid to voice my agreement with my father, of course, yeah. Before I would not have cared about the consequences of raising taxes, but now, after getting to know Angiel's citizens, I understand the ramifications of our actions. But it is as if no one hears my opinion. Hey, hello, I am the crown princess. The counselors do not respond to me at all, instead continuing the conversation as if they have not heard me. It is not unsimilar to a group of adults ignoring a child's commentary. My irritation builds as the counselors continue speaking of their so-called benefits until I pound a fist onto the table. Hello, are you done? Because while you all clearly have your wallets in mind, I am thinking of the kingdom. Exactly. A tense silence fills the throne room. Sorry, I lost my temper, but like, seriously. My father's surprise is fleeting. He quickly takes charge of the conversation again. I clasp my hands in my lap and flinch when electricity snakes through my fingers. I clench down on the magic, trying to quell my panic. I am in control. Luckily, the electricity fades as the meeting comes to a close. Still, I do not miss the nervous looks the councilmen throw over their shoulders as they exit the room. Great, now they're gonna be like, we don't think having her on this council meeting is a good idea because she's too volatile, she's too temperamental, she doesn't think with logic, she acts on emotions. After they leave, only my father and the two knights remain. Your Highness, are you okay? I am fine, just sleepy. The words come out sharper than I intended. Why am I so mad? It's okay, girl, you're cranky. You haven't been sleeping. I would be too. I ball my hands into fists and try again. I am fine. No, you're not. Clearly not. Your eyes are glassy. They are not. This is how I felt when I was first learning to control the Tenebrarum, sorry. If I don't manage it properly, the negative emotions stored in it can influence my mood. I eye the electricity sparking at my fingertips and sigh. I apologize. I did not intend for that outburst to happen. I promise I am fine. Girl, it's okay if you're not. Garland offers a hesitant smile. If there's ever anything we can do to help, please don't hesitate to call on us, Princess. We may not be advisors, but we'll serve however we can. Jurian nods. Yeah, it's okay, just like an ear to listen, you know? I personally think you've been overworking yourself. No, I just have not been able to sleep. There have been certain extenuating circumstances involving the Tenebrarum. My eyes flit to my father. I wonder, vaguely, if he is thinking about my mother's loss of control when he looks at me. I have been working with the witches to resolve the problem, so there is no need for concern. I have faith in you, Hannah. I always will, but nonetheless, I echo Jurian and Garland's offer. I hope you will not hesitate to speak with me if you need the help. I offered a tired, grateful smile. Thank you, Father. Yeah. Though we are still in the process of mending our relationship after years of silence, I appreciate that he is actively taking steps to make things right between us. And you should too, girl. It's a two-way street. I rise from my seat. If I may be excused, I have an errand to run. Where are we going? After leaving the throne room, I steer myself in the direction of the march-in. My tiredness does not excuse me from my obligations. Right now, I have a responsibility to check in with Delora. Oh yes. Hello? Hello? The tavern is eerily silent when I enter. Typically, it is packed with customers at this hour, with Anise calling orders behind the bar. Yes, her name's Anise, not Anita. Oh my gosh. Close enough. Today, however, the closed sign is displayed outside the March-in Tavern's door. Oh, we closed for the day. They must all be busy. Hello? Guys, where'd y'all go? No one responds to my call, at least not at first. Then I hear the unmistakable sound of sweeping coming from the corridor. Oh, the broom is here. Oh no. Mr. Broom is here. Hello. He's like, hello. I back away at the broom's sudden appearance. Mr. Broom is unfazed. It hops out to greet me with an enviable energy. I hope you do not plan on making me sweep. I hope you do not plan on trying to make me sweep today. You know you do not need my assistance anymore. I know, you do the sweeping yourself. You're independent, Broom. The broom's only response is to hop toward me again. I groan at its exuberance. Is anyone else here? I know that the broom can understand me, and yet it does not give any sign of having heard me. It continues to hop toward me. Where are we going? No, I am not sweeping the floors. I purposefully altered Dolores' charm so that the broom could sweep on its own, and yet it still harasses me. There's hardly a speck of dust in here. I falter when I notice the dusty footprints by the doorway. Oh, were my shoes really that dirty? Jeez. The broom is restless. It seems to quiver with anticipation. Sweep, look for others. Okay, fine. I will, for old time's sake, I will sweep. I hold up my hands, defeated. It is an obstinate thing, and it will not desist until I sweep away the dirt I tracked inside. It is my dirt after all. I will clean up after myself. Fine, but once I sweep up my tracks, you will leave me alone. The broom throws itself into my hands. Then it rushes forward, pulling me with it. Whoa, not so fast. Yeah, chill. The broom, of course, does not heed my words. My anger soon fades. I blame the nostalgia. It makes my mind stray. Before I know it, I am remembering the first time I came to the margin, right? Back then, I remember thinking that being forced to work here was the hardest thing I've ever done. Even small chores like sweeping seemed a terrible punishment. I was irritated that Parfait and Delora forced me to work when, in actuality, they were only teaching me how the world worked. And Parfait... Wait, is she dead? I can't remember. I always took her company for granted. But now she's gone and she's never coming back. Right, okay, she's dead here. I was like, I have to keep track of which timeline that Parfait's dead in. Oh, what's this? I swivel in place. Chevalier standing in the doorway, surprise etched onto his face. I realize that though the dust had been cleared away, I am still clutching the broom. It looks like you two are getting along. Well, I peel my hands off the broom with a sigh. The broom attacked me. And here I thought you looked like you were having fun. Well, I kinda was. He steps forward and the smile fades. You look lost in thought. Is there something on your mind? I was just remembering the first time I had to sweep with Mr. Broom. Parfait put a ribbon on him because she thought it would somehow make the situation better. I note the melancholy in Chevalier's eyes and mentally chastise myself. Why did I have to bring up Parfait in front of him? Oh, was he part of the reason why she died? I can't remember. I don't know. I'm sorry. Don't apologize, Hannah. I think Lady Parfait would be happy that we think about her every now and then. Oh, there we go. Hey, yay. I also think she'd be happy to know that Mr. Broom can evoke such a meaningful memory. What's meaningful? What's meaningful? Anise is suddenly standing behind us, a quizzical smile on her face. Oh, Lady Anise, I checked the sound we'd heard outside and discovered the princess and Mr. Broom. As always, they make the second most perfect duo. Second, because we're the first most perfect duo, girl. You and I are the first, exactly. Come on now, keep up. Anise beams at me. I'm going to assume you aren't here to sweep, but then why are you here, princess? I came to speak with Delora and Sinna. Ah, Cinnamon and Lady Delora are in a meeting with the fairies. Oh, okay. They should be back soon, though. If you'd like, I could make you a cup of tea while you wait. I was just going to make some for Chevalier and me. Yes, please. Tea sounds nice. Or perhaps you'd like some hot chocolate, Hannah, with just a pinch of cinnamon? Anything sounds great right now. He sets a hand on my shoulder and smiles at me softly. You look like you could use it. I know, yeah, I definitely could. My shoulders sag beneath his hand. As always, Chevalier can see right through me. Some hot chocolate would be nice, thank you. I follow them into the reception room. I spend the next few hours discussing the day's events. As always, I let my guard down in front of the two of them. They are both excellent listeners. I have a lot to learn from them. Yeah. Day fades tonight and stars soon blanket the sky. I am considering sending a messenger for Delora when the door opens and the woman in question steps inside, right? That's a long meeting. Well, if it isn't my favorite princess, well, I am the only princess. I don't know what you're talking about. Emmeline would be offended. Oh, right. I forgot about Emmeline. Oops, my ego. Well, it's a good thing she's not here then. Chevalier smiles at her mischievously. You're just glad she's not here because her innocent, sparkling eyes would break your resolve. Huh. So even the ice-cold Delora has a soft side. Sinna is standing in the doorway, arms crossed. Did you just call me ice-cold, Cinnamon? You don't know what that means. Sinna grumbles as he takes a seat at the settee. Delora watches him, looking exasperated. I wonder if something happened at their meeting. You fill me in on the tea? Delora seats herself beside a niece and looks at me expectantly. So, what's the news with the Tenebrarum? Have you noticed any disturbances? Yes, there is a disturbance in the force. Well, I bring up the surge of negative emotions I've been experiencing today. Delora crosses her arms and sighs. Well, if this is still continuing after our training, I feel inclined to call it an imbalance. Or maybe your training isn't as effective as you think. Hey now. Oh, would you like to take over the princess's training? He's like, nope. Sinna turns away, cheeks flushed. Sinna, I think the princess has made her case. This is something the two of you need to resolve together. Oh, right, yes. No, we went to the marshal to tell Delora that we did have a bit of a suspicion that there's an imbalance, and then Sinna was like, imbalance? What are you talking about? You're just imagining things. Sinna rises with a scowl. I've said this before, there's nothing to talk about. Now, if you excuse me, I have other more pressing matters to attend to. Great. And now he's deflecting. Before either of us get a word in, Sinna leaves the room and slams the door behind him. He seems troubled. Yeah. As we all are. I'm troubled. He's troubled. We're all troubled. Sinna is too proud for his own good. The more you corner him, the cattier he becomes. It's even worse today because he had to deal with fairies questioning his legitimacy as the Lucis heir. Oh. It's no wonder he feels attacked. But all I want to do is talk to him so we can locate the source of this problem, right? I just want to have a conversation. I'm sorry, Hannah. Other than offering you extra training lessons, there's not much else I can do to help you. I think it'd be best if you somehow tricked Sinna into a conversation. Oh. Otherwise, you'll need to speak to someone who can tell you a little more about how the Lucis functions. If Sinna continues to be uncooperative, Walt and I can reach out to some fairies we know. I feel like Sinna would become even more hostile if I spoke to someone that wasn't him, right? No, I will find a way to speak with him. Delora sighs. Good luck. Trying to get Sinna to do anything is like herding cats. Though I do not doubt what Delora says, I must still try my best to see eye to eye with Sinna. The two of us have an obligation to work together as the Tenebrarum and Lucis bearers. I'll figure out a way to speak to him. Somehow. Man, I gotta talk to him. I gotta try to be like, come on. Alright, it's dark. Are we going back home? Are we going home? Okay. Perhaps we can bribe him? Ha, what? With what? Insects? Chevalier and I are walking back to the palace together, brainstorming ways we can force Sinna to converse with me. Cinnamon's favorite hobby is bug catching, so it has merit as an idea, but I refuse to wave a net around and catch insects with him. I doubt you need a net. Butterflies would flock to you, lovely as you are. Shut up. I'd rather not be a perch for butterflies. But Princess, you look like something out of a fairy tale. We don't live in a fairy tale ship. Well, kinda. We have magic roaming around in the kingdom, so... The two of us have just rounded the corner when someone calls Chevalier's name. Who? Mr. Chevalier, sir. Oh. A familiar boy rushes toward us, smiling brightly. Oh. Doctor, Princess. Oh, is he the little sick boy that we helped? I vaguely remember him. It is the boy that used to visit Chevalier at his clinic. More than 2 years ago, Chevalier saved this boy's life by striking a deal with the elusive witch doctor. The deal eventually caused Chevalier to be cursed. During that time, he did not remember the boy or the circumstances that had caused him to be cursed. Oh, yeah, okay. Since the curse broke, however, the boy has been visiting Chevalier and watching him work when Chevalier permits it. I have not seen him since Chevalier made preparations to give the clinic to a niece. What a serendipitous meeting! To what do I owe the pleasure of your company, little sir? Chevalier crouches down beside the boy, and I cannot help but smile at the sight of them. I have never been good with children, but watching Chevalier interact with them always makes me happy. I heard a tragic rumor. What? A rumor? Oh, care to share? The boy glances at me, a thoughtful look on his face. Are you and the doctor getting married? What? What? Where in the world did that come from? I'm experiencing a terrible sense of deja vu. I expect Chevalier to laugh or smile. Instead, he becomes oddly stiff. I cannot help but recall the trances that used to come over him when he was still amnesiac. Is he okay? Doctor? Address Chevalier, answer the boy. I think he's a little bit stumped. So I think we need to help him out. Answer the boy. I lean down to address the boy directly. I do not know what this has to do with any rumors, but no, I am not married to the doctor. He is very special to me, though. The boy looks at me skeptically. Are you getting married soon, then? I falter, unable to give the boy a straight answer. If Chevalier proposed to me, he would be by my side always. I would get to see his smiling face every night, and are we not dating? He would, by extension, be next in line for the throne. I look at Chevalier, who catches my eye and smiles awkwardly. Are we trying to keep our relationship low key? After a few moments, I smile back at him. Chevalier already worries enough about being accepted by the nobles. That sort of commitment would overwhelm him. I understand this, even if the reality of it is disheartening, but I cannot stand to see that sorrow on his face, so I speak the truth. I think that maybe someday we will be, yes. Oh, I say the words for the boys' benefit, but it is Chevalier who seems more surprised, staring at me so owlishly that I cannot help but laugh. Marrying a doctor as nice as Mr. Chevalier would be an honor for a princess. Yeah, Hannah, that's... What? What, is the great Chevalier master flatterer at a loss for words? He's like, never, I can never run out of compliments for you. I am relieved to see him return to his normal self. Even if the things I said were embarrassing. Yeah, it's okay. Suddenly, the boy steps toward Chevalier, expression somber. We gotta match his freak somehow. I heard rumors that you were closing the clinic, that you were going to start living in the palace, and I thought it was because you were marrying the princess. Ugh. I'm afraid you've been misinformed. The clinic will remain open, only a wonderful new lady is going to take over for me. She'll be selling herbal remedies to help with all kinds of sicknesses. But what about you? I'm going to be a physician at the palace. So you're just going to help the nobles? Oh, no, of course not. But I can't be in two places at the same time, so... I can tell by his expression that he does not want to go into any more detail, so I assure the boy Chevalier will continue his practice just in a different place. His sadness dissipates when I tell him he can visit Chevalier in the palace. Mom is going to be so excited when I tell her I can visit the palace. Okay, there we go. He runs off after that, leaving Chevalier and I alone. I reach for Chevalier's hand. Are you okay? Yeah. Yes, sorry about that, Hannah. I blanked out. It's okay. You talk about me overworking myself, but are you sure you aren't pushing yourself too hard? No, I'm not, I promise. I look at him skeptically. In the end, he only raises his hands in surrender before again taking my hand in his. It was just a momentary lapse. Even when you're no longer an amnesiac, you still have memory problems. You really are an old man. Alas, I am afraid even I can't be perfect. It's okay. I forget about shit all the time too. He plants a kiss on the top of my head. Let's return to the palace, shall we? We wouldn't want everyone to worry when you don't show at dinner. I allow Chevalier to pull me along. As we walk, I wonder about how I might get him to speak honestly about what is bothering him. Another person I must worry about. 3 days later? Oh my god, we get a time skip? What's going on? Remind me again of why we are here? Here is a small cafe on the outskirts of the town plaza. Actually, I've been here before. Years ago, when Chevalier was still Rumple, I came to this place to speak with him. I came to this place to speak with his former fiancé. I did? Though Bria has since moved her sewing business out of Angiel, I still sometimes remember our meeting. I actually spoke with her a few times after she and Chevalier officially separated. I even went to her shop to purchase some scarves for Emmeline. I mean, I guess that's nice. We still got a good relationship with her. But right now, I'm here with Chevalier, who has just ordered dessert off the menu. He brought me here today without an explanation. If he hears my question, he gives no indication. Are you sure you didn't want anything else, Hana? Look, they even have this fancy hot chocolate. They serve it with rose petals. Chev, are you just trying to, give me a nice day off? Nice little, self-care day? His name comes out a sigh. Ah, what a mournful sound. What's the matter, my sweet princess? You did not answer my question. Why are we here? He smiles at me coyly. Why? For a date, of course. Oh, a date. A date? Your cheeks are red, Hana. It's precious. They are not. The words come out louder than I intended, and when the customers at nearby tables turn to look at me, I feel my cheeks warm again. Chevalier smiles at me. Chevalier is right. The last few nights have been especially rough. Though I have been by the margin a few times to see Sinna, he mysteriously disappears every time I show up. I cannot help but wonder if he is using magic to vanish. Probably. Oh, also, I have something else planned as well. Oh, something else? Yes, a surprise. You'll see soon. Oh. You're too much. I am wondering at the vagueness of the words when a server sets a small plate down on our table. It is filled with biscuits. Biscuits! Oh, very pretty biscuits. They're shaped like lilies. Did you know that this cafe only started serving these biscuits recently? Really? For why? What for? But they're very pretty. I reach out to grab one of the cookies off the plate and admire the delicate frosting work. Even the flower filaments are carefully crafted. Only recently? That's right, all in honor of a certain crown princess. Chevalier laughs. You weren't paying attention when I ordered them earlier, were you? Otherwise, you would have reacted to them being called the Princess Lily Platter. Oh, but how would they know what my favorite flower was? Who knows? Oh, is this your doing? Perhaps someone who happened to know her very well told them? You did this? Girl, you're so sweet. I look up and meet Chevalier's gaze, baffled. Why? Because I don't like to be the only one to spoil you, and because I wanted to show you that the townsfolk like you. Oh, get a man who's willing to spoil you, no questions asked. Like me? Like me, yeah, of course. But I try my best to speak with them, it's true, but I am nowhere near as good at conversing as Emmeline. People may no longer call me the Ice Princess, but that does not change the fact that my social skills still leave much to be desired. It's okay. Do you need me to say what I think, Hana, or can you already guess? I should let people spoil me, right? Chevalier claps his hands together. Exactly. Thank him, object. I'm gonna thank him. He's like, he has a point. He's a good point. It's nice to let people spoil you if they want to, of course. You know, like, it's okay. Like, you are deserving is what I'm trying to say. You are deserving of love. Yes, thank you so much. You're quite welcome, Hana. You don't need to thank me though. Of course I do. If you're going to spoil me and go to such lengths to have other people spoil me as well, the least I can do is thank you. I sigh as I take a bite out of the cookie. As strange as the situation is, I am still grateful. Your smile is more than enough gratitude for me, princess. You always say that, I know. But because it's true. I pop the rest of the biscuit into my mouth before reaching for another and holding it out to Chevalier. Yeah, have one. I hope you do not plan on making me eat all these by myself. Of course not. Yes. He takes the biscuit with a bright smile. He always goes out of his way to do such nice things for me. I should do something for him as well. My mind wanders back to the stall full of scarves we visited not too long ago. Chevalier mentioned he needed a new scarf. He no longer wears the scarf Bria made him, but because Chevalier, he puts other people first and never thinks about what he needs. Princess? What? Suddenly his face is mere inches away from mine. What? I got crumbs on me? I startle and fall back into my chair. Why must you always get so close? It's a lot easier to read your mind when I can look directly into your beautiful golden eyes. This is one time where I really don't want him to read my mind. He is perceptive to a fault. How can I surprise him if he sees it coming? Right. And here I was under the impression that this was a meeting for three. What? Who's this? I turn in my seat and am surprised to see Sinna standing beside our table. Huh? He surveys us skeptically. I didn't know you were invited. Cinnamon, what a pleasure it is to see you again, tiny lord. Call me that again and I'll burn your biscuits. No, not my biscuits. I eye Chevalier, who only flashes me a knowing smile. Is this what he is referring to when he said he has something else planned? Oh, okay. I turn back to Sinna. You will not set anything on fire. Please sit, Sinna. Have a biscuit. You want some tea? Hot chocolate? I cannot lose this opportunity to speak with him. Sinna pulls up a chair. Oh, did Chevalier trick him, being like, I need to come see you. Come meet me here. And then he didn't tell Sinna that I was here as well. That we were here. So, since the old man is the one who called me here, yep, I'm going to assume you want to talk about the Tenebrarum and Lucis. Yes, I do. Oh. He eyes Chevalier. Remember what you promised me for this. Oh, what did you bribe him with? A cinnamon roll? Yes, I will buy you one. Oh, that's what he wanted. Sinna flushes a deep red. It takes a great effort to stifle my laughter. Sinna, the most precious cinnamon. You don't want to finish that sentence. He's gonna walk away as soon as you say that. Please, don't say it. Don't say it. Despite his protest, Sinna does not budge. So he has a weakness for cinnamon. I should not be surprised. I know. I glanced again at Chevalier. So this was not just a date. He set up this time for Sinna and I to meet. Leave it up to Chevalier to find a way to make this work. I clear my throat. To answer your earlier question, yes, that is correct. You have heard what I told Delora. I have, and I want to discuss the balance between the Lucis and Tenebrarum. He's like, no, bye. As I said before, that's not necessary. Well, tell me why. I don't intend to change the way I'm handling the Lucis. He's acting like a petulant child. What do you mean by handling the Lucis? Sinna raises an eyebrow. I don't need to explain it to you. All you need to know is that I don't intend to succumb to the Crystallum the same way my cousin did. Like Lady Parfait? Like Parfait? We speak at the same time. What are you two, parrots? Oh. Please explain, Sinna, right? Fill us in. There's nothing to explain. I just told you. I plan on doing things differently from my cousin. I will not make the same mistake she did. And what is that? Here he falters, and for a few moments his bravado fades, and he looks uncertain. He looks young, like his age. Sinna, yeah, you don't have to take all of this burden on yourself, you know? I lean forward. I know what it's like to have to take over someone else's job without being prepared for it. I understand wanting to do things differently. Yeah, I'm on the same boat as you. I'm doing things differently than my mother, after all. But I also know that I need to explain those differences to others because my decisions impact all of Angiel. That is why I want you to speak to me. Your plans impact both of us. Sinna refuses to meet my eyes. Cinnamon? Eventually he grumbles and looks up. That's Sinna. And fine, I'll talk, but you have to promise not to interrupt. Yeah, okay. I glance at Chevalier, who nods at me encouragingly. If there's one thing he's taught me the importance of, it's listening. I promise. Alright. Sinna is quiet for a few more moments. Then he begins to tell us a story. I want to listen to it. Oh no! I was gonna say it's the end of the chapter. The Pacifist, chapter 3. Alright, and I was like, is this the end of the second chapter? Damn! What a cliffhanger! I wanted to know the story that he was gonna say. He was gonna tell us. Oh well, okay. I guess that's gonna have to be for the next episode, you guys, because I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to doing one chapter per episode, because that way it's all nice and neat and we end off like on a clean start. So yeah. Alright. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore. And we are going to continue on Chevalier's route in the next episode and find out and hear what Sinna's story is. So be sure to subscribe to my channel in order to get notifications on that, because as I said many times, but I'll say it again just in case, I'm on a semi-hiatus for the channel because work schedule and stuff. I don't know when I have time to sit down and to record and upload for y'all. So it's very unpredictable, and you know, even if you ask when's the next time I'm going to upload anything on my channel, it will be I won't be able to answer you. I won't be able to give you a straight answer, like a certain answer, because I don't know myself. So the best way to know is to subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I am active on it. I will answer any, or you know, I will see comments and I will answer them as best I can. But yeah, other than that, tune in next time. Thank you so much for following along on this let's play, and I hope you're looking forward to the next episode or next chapter. But for now, bye.